Three horses in the 104th running of the Jamaica Derby, Trainer Nunes, King Piye, Captain Sparrow, and Crown Chaser. Can you go itemize each horse for me, please?
Sure.
Since the last race, how did they come out of that race, and how they have prepared since?
Right, well, let's start with Crown Chaser, who I thought ran extremely well in the St. Leger. He ran a good second behind Interesting Times Ahead, and he has come out in perfect shape. In fact, I would say he has come out even bigger and better and stronger. In fact, he has put on a lot of weight in the 4-week period and cannot be working any better, and so far so good. We're happy with him. Captain Sparrow, I think that, a lot of people were blaming that the jockey didn't ride him well. It certainly wasn't that. What it was, I think, in my mind, was he'd come off of a sickness. He ran in a prep race going 9:25 and actually ran extremely well, running a really good race, coming off of an illness and limited work. And I think he actually went backwards between that prep race and the St. Leger. Since the St. Leger now, he has completely bounced back. He as well has put on a lot of weight and working extremely well, so I cannot be any happier with him. And we have the services now of the Gulfstream Park leading rider Edgar Zayas, which certainly will not hurt. King Piye, I was so disappointed in his run in the St. Leger, thinking that Omar had him in a perfect position leaving the half-mile pole, and he just didn't fire. Because of him coming out of the race in good shape, I put him back in a non-winners of 2.9.5, and I thought he ran well. I thought if Omar was a little more patient, maybe he would have won that race. He caught them a little early and then one pace back, finishing third. I don't think he was beaten more than about 2.5 lengths. So his training is not ideal for the Derby, being that he has run a 10 and a 9.5 all within about 6 weeks. So, but he seems to have good enough energy, and I'm sure he will run his honest race.
Okay, you have two other 3-year-olds, Supremacy and Allegiance, who have featured in the Classic so far, but they are not in the Derby. Why?
Well, I just felt that Supremacy came out, also ran no race at all in the St. Leger, and I actually thought he was one of my favorite runners, and I was very high on him going into the St. Leger. Couldn't work any better, and he flopped. We couldn't find anything wrong with him after that race. We put him back in the 9.5, just like King Piye, to see if he would bounce back and show something, and I thought he ran very even throughout the race. Since then, we have noticed some issues with him. Nothing major, just kind of sore all over. And the truth of the matter is, I think that part of the problem with Supremacy may have been my issue. When you buy a horse like Supremacy, who is well bred, we paid a lot of money for him as a young horse, and he's shown the ability in the mornings, we were kind of forcing him along because we were running out of time to get him ready for the classics. So the first race he ran, he flopped, he came back, he won nicely in a non-winner 2.6.5. Then we stepped him up to non-2, and he ran a good second behind Captain Sparrow in a 9.25. And we then pole vaulted straight into the St. Leger. I think I threw him in against the fire. It wasn't fair to him. I then turned around and ran him 2 weeks later again. And I think he just said to me, look, enough is enough. I think he's going to be a really nice horse. I'm very high on him still. As I said, he has no major problems. He's just basically sore all over. He's a big baby, and I just think he needs to grow into that body, and he will get that time now, and I think he will prove me right later on. Allegiance is as honest as they come. He ran 4th in the Guineas and then came back, and I thought he ran really well in the St. Leger. He ran 6th, but I think that was the best he could run, and he came. I just felt that his best distance is going to be anywhere between 7 furlongs and a mile. I may even think of trying him again, going 9.5 in the Winston Griffiths, which is not against obviously the Interesting Time Aheads and the California Crowns and the winner of whoever the Derby is. So, we may try him again going 9.5, but I think we did the right thing. We dropped him back to 7 furlongs, and he won a nice restricted stakes race. So he's doing well, and I just think that 12 furlongs is out of his reach.
You mentioned a name that will have race goers on hot cinders. Edgar Zayas.
Yeah.
How did you manage to pull off that coup?
Well, that's a combination of both Safi Joseph Jr., who I've known since he was a little guy in Barbados, and SVRL, and both came together and made it happen for us. So we look forward to seeing him here.
And he'll be riding?
He'll be riding Captain Sparrow, and he'll be riding undisclosed location in the non-winners of 2-7 furlongs, and I gather he has gotten another 3 rides. He didn't want much more than 5.
Okay.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.